"Hello, welcome back," stood frozen, hands trembling. As he approached the microphone, an icon mourning someone who was more than just a co-star. When Bill Cosby began to speak at Malcolm-Jamal Warner's funeral, no one could have predicted the storm of emotion that would follow. With tears running down his face, Cosby didn't deliver a rehearsed speech. Instead, he opened up his heart and let out decades of memories, regrets, and pain that had been building beneath the surface. What he said shook the room, not just because of its intensity, but because it revealed a connection the public never fully understood. Malcolm wasn't just Theo to Bill Cosby, he was like a son. And losing him felt like losing a part of himself. From their early days on The Cosby Show, the bond between the two went far beyond television. Cosby mentored Malcolm, guiding him through the harsh world of show business and teaching him how to navigate life as a young black man under the spotlight. Malcolm, who joined the show at just 14, looked up to Cosby not only as a mentor but as a father figure behind the scenes. Their relationship deepened over time, built on trust, laughter, and countless lessons. Even as Cosby's reputation unraveled in later years, those closest to them knew that the emotional connection between the two men never completely faded. So when Malcolm died suddenly at just 54 years old, reportedly by drowning, it wasn't just shocking, it was devastating. Cosby's eulogy was raw and unfiltered. He didn't speak like a celebrity, he spoke like a grieving parent. Looking back on years of joy and silent struggles, he recalled Malcolm's drive, his kindness, his resilience, and the darkness they both faced in the limelight. But what took everyone by surprise was the subtle accusation woven into his words. Cosby said there were people who failed Malcolm, people who didn't protect him when he needed it most. It was a chilling moment. Was he suggesting that Malcolm's death wasn't just a tragic accident, that someone or something had contributed to it? Those in the room shifted uncomfortably. Even Felicia Rashad closed her eyes tightly, clearly moved by what was being said. Then came the final blow. "Theo, wherever you are now, forgive us, we couldn't save you." That sentence left the entire room in tears. For a man often portrayed as guarded and careful with his words, Cosby had opened a door no one was ready to walk through. And he wasn't alone. Days after the funeral, Felicia Rashad revealed her own chilling memory: a phone call from Malcolm just a week before he died. In that call, Malcolm hinted that something was wrong. He was feeling pressure from people tied to his past, and he told her, "If anything happens to me, I just want you to know I love you." Felicia had brushed it off at the time, but after his death, those words took on a new, darker meaning. She later admitted she believed Malcolm was preparing to reveal something big, something dangerous. There were rumors that he had files, recordings, and knowledge about people in the industry that he no longer wanted to keep secret. The whispers grew louder when it was discovered that the official reports about his death left out important details. His final phone calls were never mentioned in the police file, and mysterious figures had reportedly visited the cabin where he was staying. Add to that the broken surveillance system and inconsistencies in how his body was found, and the story starts to feel less like a tragic accident and more like a cover-up. Even more emotion poured out when Malcolm's ex-girlfriend, actress Karen Melina White, approached his casket. She whispered through tears, "You were the one, I never stopped loving you." Her words were caught by a nearby recording and quickly went viral. Later that night, she posted a tribute on Instagram with the heartbreaking message, "You were my peace before this world became too loud. Rest easy, my love." Her grief was shared by millions online, many of whom saw Malcolm not just as an actor, but as someone who brought warmth and light into their lives. As the world mourned, the questions lingered. What really happened to Malcolm-Jamal Warner? What was he about to expose? And why does it feel like we only started to truly understand him once he was gone? What began as a funeral for a beloved actor ended up revealing deep-seated suspicions, long-hidden truths, and a grief that refuses to fade. Malcolm may have played Theo on screen, but in real life, he was something more: a deeply loved man, taken far too soon.